I believe it's honestly a group effort. I mean, because of the partnership with MOAL, the things that we have been able to accomplish with, I mean, just new software, everything from ZSpace to North Star. I mean, having a tablet that gives 3D renderings to where we're able to transfer our men from a lab base to something hands on to where we inspire hope on a daily basis.
Many of the programs that we utilize are transferable into many other digital situations. Many companies use Google Docs and Google Forms.
Well, we integrate digital literacy in our classrooms, especially in our ESL instruction, like a Computer 101 or Microsoft certification. In the ESL classes, when we have the first session, we ask our parents to sign in and sign out using a QR code. And some of them are never having exposed to scan a QR code. So we need to go from the beginning, from the foundations, to explain what is a QR code and how does it work.
As someone new to adult education but has experience in program development, I thought, coming to Wesley, I was like, it's important to think about where we are as society and where we are going as a society when it comes to adult education and digital literacy. And so as I realized that augmented reality and AI and all these different platforms and things like that it's the next evolutionary step in digital growth. And so I had to think about a holistic approach, but also talk my staff into understanding that you guys are going to have to be learning as you're teaching your clients, because this stuff is coming and it's going to be an integrated process into what we teach in digital literacy.
Every job nowadays, you need some type of computer literacy. There aren't any more paper applications when you go on to jobs. Everything's done over a computer. Medical appointments, everything is based off of that. So with us having North Star and the courses that it offers to our gentlemen, it's a huge advantage to where if we didn't have it, we would face a lot more challenges, because when a guy gets his cell phone and he needs to know how to send an email back and forth to an employer, or they need to be able to text us correspondence, or even on a computer when they're sending emails back and forth to their doctors, or looking at medical records, or setting up new appointments, by them having that computer literacy to where they now know how to do it and manage it on their own, it is huge.
At Wesley Community Center, we integrate digital literacy into our classroom by using practical real world scenarios to teach skills like scanning and uploading important documents using our smartphones, which is really helpful when it comes to how to be resilient during a disaster. It's good to always have a physical copy and a digital copy. We teach them how to navigate job applications, online job boards, and even sending professional emails. We first break down lessons into manageable modules, starting with basics, because we got to make sure that they learn how to navigate a computer or even how to create an email account before we progress to even more advanced skills like typing a resume in Microsoft Word, or simple data entry in spreadsheets.
Now, as a part of our adult education program, we integrated digital literacy in every aspect of it, where it is, the staff learning how to use Chat GPT and turn around teaching it to the clients on how to use it. Like one of the things Wesley started in 2024 was a disaster resiliency program. And in that program, we did workshops around, digital storage of documents for when a disaster happens and the apps you need to have when a disaster happens. One of the learning concepts of the basis of computers was part of our citizenship program. We have Cristhian, our digital literacy manager, hosting workshops on how to set up the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service account. So we look at all the different ways that how digital literacy is a part of daily life and how clients need it, just not just from youth, but going all the way up to seniors. We have programs for seniors here at Wesley when it comes to digital literacy.
North Star has been my go-to for assessments and tracking each student's learning progress. You can see how much percentage of digital literacy gains per module. Finally, I have students who have earned North Star certificates. They completed all the modules in North Star, but they still want to refresh their computer skills. So I tell them to use Learning Operate, because North Star has their own method or own curriculum when it comes to computer skills. Learning Upgrade has a whole fresh perspective, just to reinforce their learning.
Teach the students how to use the chat and reactions. My teachers are expert in the breakout rooms. We teach students also how to share their screen, and we do many of our ESL interviews online.
It's amazing to see that light go off and that light that they get in their eyes when they get that certificate. They're like, okay, I can do this on my own now. When it comes to the aspects of computer literacy, it covers every in and out aspect, from the intermediate to the beginner, to someone that might not have ever touched one, to someone that says, hey, I used to use Excel, but I'm a little rusty. Can I get on there just to get more comfortable with how do I do, or the know-hows? And I think one of the key features of North Star is that not only does it have the test portions of it, but it also has training modules before you even get to the test portion, to where when you take that test, you're more ready for it. You're acclimated to what you're about to get into, and it gives you a chance to kind of study and familiarize yourself with what you're getting ready to dive into.
I rely heavily on Google Workspace because a majority of my students have Gmails, and I remind them that Docs, Slides, and Sheets are free alternatives to Microsoft 365. But some are a little bit hesitant about it or resist them. But I just try to remind them, and then I teach them how to access Docs, Slides, and Sheets, and I give them like step-by-step instructions according to their computer. And then North Star has been my go-to for assessments and tracking each student's learning progress. You can see how much percentage of digital literacy gains per module. Finally, I have students who have earned North Star certificates. They completed all the modules in North Star, but they still want to refresh their computer skills. So I tell them to use Learning Upgrade because North Star has their own method or own curriculum when it comes to computer skills. Learning Upgrade has a whole fresh perspective, just to reinforce their learning. MOAL has helped our digital literacy program here at Wesley because they provided us laptops that have Microsoft Office installed. So I was finally able to teach workshops related to Word, Excel, and PowerPoint.
My ESL students have Burlington English accounts, and our teachers many times reserve several lessons from different levels and have a group Burlington English lesson integrated into our program.
I think that has been like the biggest thing, advocating and pushing and looking for funds to keep adult education programs going. And one of the things we did this year to help our clients though with their barriers when it comes to, because their barriers can be a big hindrance as well, is with transportation and computer access. So thanks to the funding through Everyone On, we were able to provide transportation assistance. So we've been able to give clients bus passes and gas cards to get to and from Wesley to attend our digital literacy program.
We actually take advantage of most of the companies, the technology companies that offer free or discounted services for nonprofits like Canva, Monday.com. I already mentioned Google, Microsoft. So we also are part of TechSoup, where we have a pool of many organizations or companies that help nonprofit organizations. So in the process, we've been trying to advance and to incorporate technology, not only in the classroom, but how we integrate and connect those educational resources to the admin to better track the students' progress.
One of the biggest challenges we have overcame to continue bridging the digital divide has been access to devices and reliable internet. Many of our students don't have home internet or they have limited access to devices, which we have addressed by opening a computer lab and partnering with organizations to provide low-cost internet and devices. Many of our students are working adults and parents, and some of them don't even have cars. So I've made sure that my class time schedules are flexible and it is virtual.
MOAL has helped us tremendously. With whole transparency, I can tell you that every time I send an email or a phone call, I get an immediate response, always with an answer. And if they don't have an answer, we're gonna check on that, and later, most of the times in the same day or on the following day, I'm getting a response.
MOAL has helped our digital literacy program here at Wesley because they provided us laptops that have Microsoft Office installed. So I was finally able to teach workshops related to Word, Excel, and PowerPoint.
MOAL is a fountain of information, a fabulous network. And so I just feel like they are an integral part of my program, and I consider them family.
Professional development, from connecting with resources, from connecting with other key stakeholders, you name it, is being like the glue from us with other companies, with other agencies, with other resources that has been crucial and has been tremendously helpful for us to better address the multiple challenges that we are facing.